What's going on? It's your boy, Sheev the Wise. Welcome back to Vader's Lair, everyone, and a Merry Christmas Eve to you. Hope you guys are having a fantastic holiday season. Regardless of what you celebrate, happy holidays to you. I love the holidays. I can't wait to get into the stream because it is a Star Wars holiday special. Let's go. Gotta love the Star Wars holiday specials, you know what I mean? Let's get it going. Good to see everybody in the chat, and a Merry Christmas Eve to you. Let's get it going. Welcome back to the lair, one and all. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. We cover a whole lot of Star Wars content here, and it is going to be a gigantic 2023, and that's going to be part of what we talk about here today. I know I've been talking about it a lot. If you guys hang out with the streams, if you guys subscribe to the channel, 2023 is a big year for Star Wars. 2022 is actually a pretty big year for Star Wars. I don't know if you guys noticed. So today we're going to go over a little bit of Ahsoka news. We're going to talk about kind of a recap of 2022 of Star Wars. Going to ask you guys and kind of get into some discussion about what your favorite shows were, what your favorite live action Star Wars was of 2022. Kind of just to do a look back at Star Wars through 2022. So we're going to do a little recap of the past year and then kind of look forward to what's coming in 2023. And I can't wait for it, man. I mean, we're kicking it off with Bad Batch January 4th. January 4th. That's no time at all. It's around the corner. Heck, we just did our Bad Batch rewatch, and I can't wait for it, man. The Bad Batch is incredible. One of the most slept on Star Wars shows. It's going to be lit. Then just a few months after that, while the Bad Batch is still airing, we have the biggest Star Wars month in years. Maybe ever. This coming March of 2023, we're not only getting the Bad Batch still, because it's going to be in like full swing at that point towards the back half of the season, but we're going to get the start of Mando season 3. We're going to get the best, most anticipated game, Jedi Survivor. Ooh, I can't wait. It's a good time to be a Star Wars fan. It's a good time to be excited about Star Wars because it's a big year ahead of us, and it has been a big year. So good to see everybody in the chat. Text Vendor Bobby, good to see you. Dale, Don, Claude, good to see you. Oh yeah. Let's go. Tim the Goat. Always good to see you in the chat, my brother. I hope you're doing well. And happy holidays to you too. Kylie, good to see you. Daniel Fisher, Talented Mr. Griffin, Star Wars MCU OG, Leia Rose, Don Bashman, everybody in the chat. A happy holiday to you. I can't wait, man. This is going to be a lit time. Alright, so let's get into a little bit of the news. I don't know how deep I want to go on the Ahsoka stuff. Because I don't even fully know. I've been staying away from spoilers and leak culture for quite a while now, and I still see little tidbits here and there, but I don't know. There's not even too much that I know personally, so whatever we get into today, it's going to be kind of a first reaction from me. But the latest news that I heard, and something that we've been speculating here on the channel for quite a while, is about Mary Elizabeth Winstead. That's right, the wife of Ewan McGregor. She is an absolute G. I realized she's in a couple other projects that she's in Die Hard. Like, what? I haven't seen that movie in years, though, so that's probably why I forgot. But the latest news on Mary Elizabeth Winstead playing a character in the Ahsoka Show, the upcoming Ahsoka Show, is that she is going to be Hera Syndulla, as we had all kind of been speculating for quite a while. So I don't think it's officially confirmed by like Lucasfilm yet, but it has been coming out more and more that that's the most likely character she's playing. I think having Ewan as Obi-Wan Kenobi and having his wife, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, as Hera Syndulla, that's amazing casting. I think she's going to kill it. I can't wait to see her portray Hera because I think she's going to do a great job. But let me know what you guys think down in the chat. Tim, I just saw the thumbnail. Love it. Hey, it's holiday season, man. The holidays, they get me uplifted, man. It's a good time of year. Good time of year. What is we saying in the chat though? Don Basham, hello and Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho. Oh, wrong channel. That's Star Wars shit. He's got the ho ho. No, but dude, so excited for it, and happy Christmas, happy Christmas Eve to Star Wars Santa out there, and to you, Don Basham. Good to see you in the chat. Hello there, General Skywalker. Dale Erdman, good to see you. I think she'll do pretty good as Hera, says Tex Venger Bobby. Dude, Mary Elizabeth Winstead is gonna kill it. She's gonna kill it. She's a great actress. I definitely agree. There's some more rumors on some other characters. Again, I haven't gotten too deep into it, so if you guys want to dive into it together, we can. I'll pull up the schedule for Bad Batch season 2 here in a little bit, so we can kind of check that out together. We've already kind of gone over it, but hey, we're going to be talking about Star Wars 2023, and Bad Batch is kicking it off, so we're going to pull that schedule up here in a minute. And we'll get into some more Ahsoka news too. Where are we at? Anakin Skywalker, good to see you in the chat, says Star Wars The Old Republic Knights of the Eternal Throne came in 2016. Interesting. Merry Chrysler to you, Star Wars man. Good to see you in the chat. Tex Vendor Bobby says, let's dive in. I'm all about the Ahsoka leaks. Ah, man. I don't know how far I want to dive. I don't even know how much there is. I've been, like I'm saying, I've been in the, like, I don't know, limbo for Star Wars leaks. Rail Averos. Dude. Merry Christmas to you. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for the $6.99 Merry Christmas super chat. I love it. It's got all the wintry theme too. Ooh, bro, thank you. You're too kind, Rail Everos. Much love to you. Lots of love to Sheev and everybody. Hey, lots of love back to you, Star Wars Meg. Where am I with the chat? I gotta largen up my chat. I can only see like 4 chats at a time. What's going on here? Wasn't there a rumor that we'll be getting Mando season 3 trailer tomorrow, says Kylie. I believe that was a rumor at one point. And Rail Averos, thank you for the $6.99 again. Much love, my brother. I appreciate the hell out of you, my man. Alright, why can't I largen my chat? Chat, get bigger. Grow up a little bit. You know what I mean? Where was I? So there was a rumor quite some time ago, Kylie, that there would be a Mandalorian season 3. I don't know if it would be final trailer or a new trailer for Christmas. I think it's still possible. I mean, I'm not that much in the leak cultures these days, but I think from Jason Ward, I had heard that Christmas Day, at some point I had heard this, we were supposed to be getting a Mando season 3 trailer. Now, whether or not things have changed since then, I'm not exactly sure. We do know Mando season 3 is coming March 1st, so I think it's reasonable to believe that maybe we will. I don't know. Plus, all the football, there's a lot of football going on this weekend. Shout out to everybody in the States. If you guys are freezing cold this weekend, because I know there's like this Arctic storm coming in on the East Coast, stay safe out there, guys. Much love to you. We all love the holidays. I'm sure, you know, some people it's busy, harder time than others. But if you guys are out there in the freezing cold, please take care of yourselves and be safe. Be safe. Dale Orman says, looks like it's all the way up the screen on the video. Which one? I'm so confused. Star Wars Make says, doubtful for Mando trailer tomorrow since the show's been moved to March. But it would be a surprise to be sure. And a welcome one. I don't know. I feel like we still could. You're probably right. It's probably doubtful. A lot of the football games this weekend too are kind of moved to today instead of tomorrow. For those of you that watch American football, so there's like 3 football games tomorrow. So I don't know. I know ESPN and Disney Disney owns them and everything. So maybe there's some football games going on or something and they air it then, but that's like the most likely aspect. Probably wait a little bit longer for that Mando trailer, to be honest though. Yo, MK Mac, good to see you in the chat. Much love. Don Basham says, just clocked that like button, so it said thumbs up. Everyone click that like as well. Hey, appreciate you. Much love. Don Basham says, go pack, go, stay warm. It isn't as stupid cold today as it was yesterday. Thank goodness here in the South Bend, Indiana. Whew. Stay safe. Stay safe. I know a lot of the East Coast, like I said, a lot of them are going to be freezing. I think in Kansas City, it's supposed to feel like -30. It's not. I don't think it's quite that cold. But I think it's supposed to feel like that. I know up in Canada, one of my dad's friends this past week, it literally said like -20 or something on his phone. It was just like, bro, How do you even go outside? That's insane. I didn't even know that was possible. -20. No, thank you. Kev, good to see you in the chat. All right, let's get this up. So, let's talk a little bit about 2022 for Star Wars. Let me know down in the chat, what was your favorite show? Or, yeah, let's start with that. What was your favorite Star Wars project from 2022? Let me know down in the chat. So, for me, there's a lot of projects in 2022 that I absolutely love. The Book of Boba Fett was a blast of a time to cover. Star Wars was kind of popping. A lot of people checked it out, especially when we got to those Mando, Luke, and Grogu episodes. I love that series, man. Book of Boba Fett was definitely a really, really fun time for me. I don't know about everybody else. I know everybody's got their own opinions on the Book of Boba Fett, and that's okay. That's okay. I personally think it's a really fun show, a great way to kick off 2022, and heck, just a year ago at the end of 2021, we were prepping for it. You know, we got our first episodes the end of this December. It was a great time, man. It was a great time for the Book of Boba Fett. If I gotta be honest though, my favorite live action show, definitely Kenobi. Definitely Kenobi for me. Again, another show that everybody's gonna have their own opinions about. But if I'm being honest, Kenobi definitely was a lot of the flavors of Star Wars I was hoping for, a lot of the things I was hoping for. We did follow a lot of the scoops and leaks for that show, and although I knew like 80% of the show already before it came out, I loved it, man. Kenobi was freaking awesome. I loved it. It's -4 where I live. Whoo, that's chilly. I don't know if I could do that. Go Vikings. Skull, says Kylie. Hey, I mess with the Vikings. That's what's up. I'm in Canada on the West Coast. We had snow until this morning, but it's all gone now. Hey, Ral Averos, as long as it's not -4, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Don Clouderman says, if we're going to get Bad Batch 2 in less than 2 weeks, I'd really be bummed out about Mando, but I'll survive. Yeah, I think it's okay if we don't get the Mando trailer. You know, it's okay. Heck, I don't know. A little Bad Batch TV spot would be nice. A little Christmas gift for Star Wars fans would be nice. You know what I mean? Tim says, what even happened this year? Oh, right. We got Book of Boba. Yeah, we got Book of Boba. We got Kenobi. We got Andor. We also got Tales of the Jedi. I was trying to think today, what animated Star Wars did we get? Because I feel like animated Star Wars was a little on the back burner this year. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm like, Tales of the Jedi was like the first thing that popped in my head. Did we get... I'm trying to think. Did we get Visions this year or was that last year? I can't even remember now. MK Matt says, been rewatching Bad Batch. It's hella underrated. Honestly, so great. It really is, MK Matt. Especially when you watch the whole series in kind of a binge style or on like a 2-episode basis like we did with our rewatch. I felt like it was a great season, man. I really cannot wait for Bad Batch Season 2. I think it's going to blow the first season out of the water. Chilling in the basement. What up? He says, I thought Mando trailer is dropping tomorrow. I can neither confirm nor deny this. I'm gonna put you on, don't get your hopes up. That's what I'll say about it. Don't get your hopes up for a Mando Season 3 trailer tomorrow. If it does come, heck yeah. You know what I mean? If it doesn't, just celebrate Christmas. Hang out with the fam. It's all good. It's all good. I've enjoyed this year, but I'm so excited for next. Same here, Kev. Same here. I've enjoyed the hell out of this year. There's been a lot of cool Star Wars, a lot of cool moments. Heck, I even got to go to Star Wars Celebration 2022, which was a hell of a blast of a time. My first one that I ever was able to attend. Shout out to Tim for the tickets and everything. Here they go, my brother. But for real, though, it's been a hell of a blast of a year, especially for Star Wars. Really, really has. Rail Avros says, Mando, Fett, and Kenobi were fun, and my wife and I enjoyed almost every minute. Andor became our true love, however, it simply allowed us as adults to feel connected in a new way. I love that, man. I haven't had difficulty, per se, getting people to watch Andor. It feels like when I try to get my family to sit down and watch it sometimes, like, I don't know. It's complicated. That's a whole other can of worms. But I think Andor was such a fresh breath of air in the Star Wars fandom. Like, seeing the reaction to it online and everything, it was amazing to see the positivity coming out of it. There wasn't quite as much negativity, in my opinion, as a content creator. Like, just seeing what people were talking about, it seemed like a lot of positive feedback with Andor. And I think when season 2 comes around, there's going to be a lot of people staying tuned, and it's going to be a big season. It's going to be a really, really big season. MK Matt says, Sheev, how's the Christmas weather there on Mustafar? It's not quite the white Christmas, you know. It's more of a little bit of a red Christmas. It's all right. You know, we trying to stay cold. We trying to stay chilly, but the AC's been on blast all week. You know what I mean? It's actually funny. In LA, it's actually been warm this week. Like, there's parts earlier in the week where it was like cold, and I'm like, I felt not jealous. I felt guilty. I'm like, hearing about all this terrible weather throughout the country. I'm like, damn, I got like 60, 70 degree weather. John in the basement says, Vader's Lair, I stream on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm trying to put together a panel for the 7th to talk the Bad Batch premiere. Would you have any interest? The 7th? What day is that? You said Saturdays. That might be tough. I will check out our Discord. I'll keep you posted, my brother. Dom Basham says, oh, Tim. No, bro. Oh, no. Tim the GOAT with the €10 super. Bro, thank you so much. He says, much love, GOAT. That's you, my brother. Merry Christmas to everyone. Bro, I'm loving these super chat little, like, Christmassy things. That's awesome. Shout out YouTube. Dude, you're the GOAT, Tim. Merry Christmas to all you guys. But Tim, my brother, you the GOAT, bro. Rail Alvarez says, don't feel guilty. It gives us something to complain about. Nah, I feel you. As soon as it hits, like, you know, 40 degrees here, I'm like, it's cold. Oh, Ronnie with the $5 super says, oh, we can super chat now? Hi, Merry Christmas. Yeah, feel free to super chat with any questions, or heck, it's just the holiday season. Don't worry about it, though. If you're hanging out in the chat, smashing the like button's all you need to do. Don Basham says, I'm hoping to have my 5-year-old grandson Jude sit with me and watch some Star Wars while they're in Indiana for Christmas. Gotta see if he's ready for it yet. Cross his fingers. Do it. Yes. Get him to the dark side. Sit him down and make him watch. Do it. That's a great idea. I've been meaning to do some rewatching of the Star Wars projects. I got my grandpa in town. He's seen all the Star Wars stuff. Come on now. He's an OG. He took my mom to go see Star Wars in '77. That dude's an OG. But I feel like I gotta sit him down and put it on and be like, let's watch, Grandpa. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Where are we? The stream's getting off the rails. So, where was I? Let's get into some of the news and recapping 2022. That's kind of what we were doing. So, Book of Boba, Kenobi, Andor. 3 biggest live action shows that we had this year. Let me know down in the chat. I'm going to create a poll. What was your favorite live action Star Wars show this year? Live action. Heck, we'll do Star Wars show. Let's do. What was your favorite Star Wars show this year? Was it? Oh, Dale, bro. No, I can't even see it. Hold on. No, hold on. Let me add this real quick. So, what was your favorite Star Wars show this year? Was it Obi-Wan? Was it Andor? Was it the Book of Boba? Book of Boba. Love me some Boba. Boba's pretty fire. The drink, but Boba Fett too. Book of Boba, or was it Tales of the Jedi? So Tales of the Jedi, Book of Boba, Andor, or Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let me know down in the chat. I'm gonna put a poll in there real quick. The GOAT himself, Santa's in the chat, everybody. Yo, Star Wars Santa, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you. He says, Merry Christmas. I've got lots of visits with kids today, but wanted to shout out some of the holiday greetings to everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. Hey, you too, Star Wars Santa. Dale, thank you for the 1 month membership. I don't know if you put in a message with it, but if you want to, go ahead. Don, thank you for the 4 months of being a member. So much love to you. Shout out to you, and stay warm, Don. I know it's pretty chilly out there. Tim says, "Ooh, Tales of the Jedi is so good." It really is, bro. I gotta say, Tales of the Jedi. When I went to Celebration this year, we knew that there was a whole panel dedicated to it. It was kind of leaking out that it was coming. The first kind of hints of it we got this year were during the Book of Boba Fett, and I believe the Kiner brothers kind of were on a podcast. I think the Convor Call, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to them. But I think he was on the Convor. The Kiner brothers were on the Convor Call, and they were talking about how Matt Lancer was going to be part of this big project that was coming up. Rail Averos, thank you for the $6.99, man. You guys are too kind today. What is going on? He says, I love being able to send a few bucks to content creators like this very positive young man. Feel like I'm listening to the son I never had. Dude, I appreciate that, man. That really, having this platform and be able to talk about Star Wars with you guys, it means the world to me. It means the world to me. I've been a Star Wars fan my entire life. You know, I was born the year Phantom Menace came out. I went and saw Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith in theaters when I was a very young kid. I've always loved Star Wars. It's always had a deep connection to me. And these past 2 years of having the channel, because it's almost going on 2 years. That's crazy. These past year and a half, I guess you could say, of having the channel has been the craziest experience as a Star Wars fan. And then just this dude, like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But thank you, man. Having you guys in here is like the family. Not that I've never had, because I have a family. But it's like having a second family, and just, I love the hell out of all you guys, man. For real. I really do. Well, Everett says, oh, Tales of the Jedi was absolutely outstanding. It really was, dude. So, back to getting to my little story of kind of covering Tales. We had heard about Tales of the Jedi from the Kiner brothers, and that it was this big secret project that they're working on for Star Wars animation. And basically, they were talking about how Matt Lancer was going to be a part of it. And so at Star Wars Celebration, there was supposed to be a panel on day 3, I believe, because Star Wars Celebration, 4-day event. Day 3. We're there. I didn't get into the panel, but the day before, I went and saw Ashley Eckstein for a signing, and I told her, I hope you're in Tales of the Jedi, because I would love to see more of you in Star Wars and as Ahsoka. And she was just kind of baffled by it. She was like, whoa. And I was like, I know Matt is supposed to be in it. I hope you are too. And she was like, thank you. Like, she's like, wow. And like, she was shocked. And so the next day, turns out we get the announcement of Tales of the Jedi, which both had Count Dooku and Ahsoka as the main characters, of course, which was so cool. I love Tales of the Jedi, man. That might be the best Star Wars show this year. I don't know. So far in the votings, wow, pretty shocking to me. 39% of the vote goes to Tales of the Jedi right now at number 2. 44% of the vote as number 1 is Star Wars Andor. That's incredible to me, man. I love how much people loved Andor. Like, personally, I freaking loved it. It was awesome. I don't even know if it was my favorite show of the year. Personally, I like Kenobi and Tales just a smidgen more for what they like mean to Star Wars and me, I guess. I don't know. I loved Andor for sure, but that's amazing to me. I love seeing the Star Wars fandom loving Andor. It's hype. You're right. Jedi Mike, you're absolutely right. It's Andor hype. That's awesome, man. Rail Ross, like my father before me, I own a C-3PO and R2-D2. That part always messes me up. True. That is exactly what Luke says. Like my father before me, I own R2 and C-3PO. Heck, like my mother too. Hey, I'm dead. That's pretty funny, Rail. Yo, Vader's Lair, I'm John Cena. I can't even see you, bro. What are you talking about? I can't even see you. Rare Lavros says, hearing the perspective of a new generation on and about Star Wars is super refreshing and warms my heart. I mean, that's crazy probably for you, man. I mean, I've always wondered what it would have been like to see Star Wars in theaters back in '77, you know, back in the early days. I mean, I've seen it basically ever since then, and every movie I try to go to theaters. The only one I haven't seen in theaters since I was born is Solo, actually. And speaking of Solo, I believe I haven't really talked about it yet, but this is the 5-year anniversary of a certain Star Wars movie that is very controversial. Star Wars The Last Jedi came out 5 years ago this month. And I don't even know what to talk about with it, man. I have to go back and watch that movie again. I really do. I'm 100% being genuine here. So much negativity in the fandom. So many people that hate on that movie. I'm not saying Tales of the Jedi's, or not Tales of the Jedi, The Last Jedi is a bad movie or a great movie or whatever. However you feel about it, that's how you feel about it. Let's be real. I'm not going to change your mind on it. But I got to go back and watch it because there's so much influential stuff you see out there in the media. And honestly, I haven't even seen it since probably 3 or 4 years. So I got to go back and watch The Last Jedi again to give it a fair assessment. But 5 years later, the movie truly did change Star Wars. I'm not going to say for the better or the worse, because the sequel trilogy brought in a lot of new fans. A lot of people loved that movie. A lot of people do hate that movie, but I feel like in a way it sparked new controversy and talking of Star Wars. And even though it kind of ruptured the fandom at one point, I feel like we're at a place that we could potentially grow even stronger as a brand, as Star Wars, as fans, because of it. You know what I mean? And as far as Rian Johnson goes, real quick, just to kind of get back into the news and stuff, there has been a lot of discussion lately with Glass Onion coming out that Rian Johnson could make his return to Star Wars, and recently he was open to making a Star Wars TV series, according to Bestman Bulletin. I'm totally cool with having Rian back. I really am. At one point I would have been like, hell no. But I'm cool with it. I want to see him take a new take at it with some new characters, or, you know, a fresh take of Star Wars like we got with Andor in a way, or even Rogue One. I think if Rian Johnson came into Star Wars again and did something fresh and new, I think he could make something incredible. For real, he could. Star Wars Andor, including WWE Star Wars superstar Sasha Banks. I don't know what's going on. We got The Rock and John Cena in here. Something crazy is going on. Alright, I'm going to end the poll. 21 votes. 38% of you guys said the Tales of the Jedi was your favorite. 4% said Book of Boba. So at the very bottom, Book of Boba. That kind of makes sense. 9% say Obi-Wan. 38% say Tales of the Jedi. And at number 1, your guys' favorite Star Wars show of the year, Star Wars Andor. That's awesome. That's awesome. Personally, I think I gotta get it to Obi-Wan. But that's just me. That's just me. And I know that's definitely in the air. Caleb Richardson says, Book of Boba Fett has a special place in my heart for paying homage to the mods community. My grandfather used to ride on a Vespa with way too many side mirrors with his buddies in the 50s and 60s in London. Dude, Caleb Richardson, that's amazing, bro. That's awesome. I love it. I feel you. I know Bad Batch is an animated series, and a lot of people really love Bad Batch. It's a great show. Bad Batch has a special place in my heart just for other reasons, starting the channel. So I feel you, dude. Sometimes it'd be like that. You like certain Star Wars things because of how it connects to you. And that's the cool thing about Star Wars, man. It's something that's personal to all of us. Real Avaroth says, I can honestly recall the original trailers coming out in 76, and my brother and I were just running around the house screaming. We didn't know what it was, but we knew we were going to be excited for us, or that it was going to be for us. I feel you, man. That's amazing. I wish I could have experienced that. Heck, I remember as a kid, what was it, 2004? Revenge of the Sith came out? That's crazy. 2004, 2005, seen all the trailers for Revenge of the Sith as like a 5-6 year old kid, right? I'm like, this looks so cool. I used to basically I would watch those trailers, get super excited, and tell my dad or my mom like put on Attack of the Clones because we had the VHS. Dating myself. Jeez, VHS. Wow, that's been years. Real Ross says, I didn't like the writing of the sequels, but I accept Johnson and Abrams are just artists doing their own thing. Now Gilroy is doing his thing, and I love it. So lots to love, and some I ignore. Nah, I mean, that's the cool thing with Star Wars is there's truly so many flavors of it in a way. I don't know if that makes sense to everybody, but there's so much kinds of Star Wars, and that was, to me, that was proved with the Clone Wars, with how many different stories they were able to tell. You got a Godzilla story, a zombie story. I mean, they did so much with Clone Wars, and it just shows that you really can tell almost any kind of story in the Star Wars universe, and it works, man. It works. Don Clarkman says, make sure to tell all your normie friends to at least BOPF 5 plus 6 7 so they're not in the dark when Mando 3 starts. Yeah, everybody out there, go get your family to sit down and watch episodes 5, 6, and 7 before Mando season 3, or they're gonna be confused. They're gonna be so confused. Real quick, I did buy myself a couple gifts for Christmas because some new Book of Boba Fett Funko Pops came out. I am a Funko enthusiast when it comes to Star Wars. I've got more than I know what to do with, but this one came out recently. My green screen's gonna pick it up, but it's Grogu with the chainmail. I think it's super cute. It's from the Book of Boba Fett. Definitely really cool. And the other one that came out, just to show you guys, because there was a whole line of Book of Boba Fett pops that came out recently. I feel like that's cool news to share. This one is Luke Skywalker with Grogu riding him like Yoda did. I just think that's so cool. Just wanted to share that with you guys. All right. So yeah, if you guys are interested, there are some new Book of Boba Fett Funkos. I believe Black Chrysanthemum got his own Funko. There's a new Mando pop for the Book of Boba Fett as well. And then you guys can pick up those Grogu Funkos and Luke Skywalkers. I know Christmas is tomorrow, so last minute shopping. Go get it done. By the way, if you guys are in the chat and you're wrapping some presents, the last minute wrappers like myself, shout out to you guys. Never trust JJ, says no, you can't. 2005, there's something in something for all of us now. 2005, wow, that's crazy. The Revenge of the Sith came out in 05. I swear, I guess I remember the lead up to it, right? When did it come out in 2005? I don't know. I was only like 6 years old, so what do I know? Kylie says, I remember getting Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005 for my birthday on the PS2. I never had a PlayStation 2 growing up, but I played the hell out of that game. We had some friends down the street that we would literally like run over to their house every day and go play Galactic Conquest on Battlefront 2. That was literally all we did, because you could literally play Galactic Conquest for hours, and you could either be the Separatists, the clones, you could be the Empire, the Rebels. Like, you could do so much in Battlefront. And basically, if you're the Separatists, you're like trying to take over the galaxy. If you're the Empire, you're trying to take over the galaxy. And then if you're the Rebels, or of course the clones, you're trying to save it. It's such a fun mode. You go around the entire galaxy, whether it's Cameo, all these different planets. It was Kashyyyk, it was such a cool game. You could do space battles. Battlefront, the OG Battlefront 2, my favorite Star Wars game ever, until Jedi Survivor comes out. Tim says, I only remember the posters at the theaters for Revenge. I remember walking out of the movie, and I think my dad took us to a later showing of it, and it was just I'll never forget it. 40 years of Return of the Jedi in 2023. Dude, that's so cool. I've been seeing the 40 years for Attack of the Clones, 40 years for A New Hope a couple years ago too. So it's crazy to think that it's been 40 years since those movies. You know what I mean? Since the third one now. It's crazy. I saw this meme today that said, kids today, or people born today, are going to view people born in the 90s the way that people born in the 90s few people that were born in the 60s. And it was like, that doesn't add up. Oh my god, it does. We're getting old, man. We're getting old. Time never stops. Kylie says, gotta go watch some football. Thanks for the stream. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hey, enjoy that football. I'm gonna go watch some with my grandpa here in a little bit too. But much love, Kylie. Talented Mr. Griffin says, so I wanted to start a collection of collecting sabers. What company would you recommend? Excellent question, man. Excellent question. So if you guys are interested in getting into sabers, again, I know Christmas is tomorrow, so last minute shopping is a little late. There is a store that I highly recommend based on price and quality, I guess you could say. I'm a big fan of the Patch Store. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. They make some really quality sabers. I will say though, I bought kind of a cheaper Cal Kestis saber. I could pull it over if you're interested in seeing it. But it's like a gunmetal gray version, so it was one of the cheaper side sabers. But I think the battery that came with it, I had to recharge, and I don't think I have a like charging kit for it. Unfortunately, so that saber has been dead for a while, but it is a great saber. Some of the Galaxy's Edge ones are really good. Obviously you gotta be able to go to Galaxy's Edge for that, or buy one online. I don't know though. A lot of the sabers are really, really expensive. It's a very expensive hobby. That's what I would recommend personally though. I have a couple of Galaxy's Edge sabers. I have the one from Patch Store. If I was made of money, I would buy many more. That's what I would recommend though. I've booked and rented the theater I saw Jedi on in '83. I got it for 8 hours so we can watch the entire OT with our old school friends. Bro, that's the goals, man. I want to be able to do that real life. That's so sick. That's so sick. Star Wars MCU OG says that's awesome. The theater I saw ESB and Return of the Jedi is gone now, but when where I saw Star Wars is still around. That's so freaking cool, man. That's mind-blowing to me, man. That's so cool. Don Basham says, I have a build your own lightsaber from when the prequels came out and I can't get it to work. That sucks. That sucks. What about Saber Pro? Anyone ever heard of them? I don't know if I have. I could try looking it up. Here, let me look. Saber Pro. I don't think I've heard of it, but I know there's a lot of good NeoPixel sabers out there and different things. They get so expensive though. They look good, I'll tell you that. Just checking out Saber Pro real quick. They look really good. And they're not expensive. Wow, they're cheap. They're relatively cheap. Do they come with blades? Interesting. Maybe. Alright, go check out Saber Pro. Where was I? Dark Chaos. Money. Where even was I? So let's see. In terms of the Ahsoka stuff, because I do want to talk to you guys a little bit more about this. There was some news I saw the other day, other than the Mary Elizabeth Winstead stuff, and this might get a little bit spoilery. So if you don't want to know anything about the Ahsoka show, this might be your time to leave. I don't even think it's a huge spoiler. It's kind of, it could be. It's something that I've been speculating for a long time here at the channel. Basically from some of the scoopers out there. I don't remember exactly who, so I apologize on credit here. I'm trying to find it actually right now. From what I heard, we're gonna have a young Ahsoka in the Ahsoka show. And it's who I was hoping it would be, or who I thought maybe I had heard from somebody it would be. I'm trying to find the article or the little post at least on Twitter so that I can bring it up with you guys. But I know for a fact there's supposed to be a young Ahsoka in the Ahsoka show. Whether that's going to be flashbacks, the world between worlds, however they end up doing it. I imagine it would be Clone Wars flashbacks, which would be just brilliant. It would be brilliant. And it would make a lot of sense for Dave Filoni to do Clone Wars flashbacks in his Ahsoka show. But I think this is going to be incredible. I think the Ahsoka show is going to be the biggest thing of 2023. While I loved Kenobi in 2022, and I had a feeling that would be my favorite Star Wars show. Maybe it's a little biased because I went into it thinking it would be. I gotta say, man, Rebels flashbacks also says Dark Chaos? Bro, I don't know. I don't know. That would be amazing. That would be Rebels or, young Ahsoka flashbacks. I'm down for either, whatever that ends up being. But I think we're going to have some flashbacks. I think we're going to have some flashbacks with young Ahsoka. From what I heard, it's supposed to be one of the young Targaryen girls. Gosh, what's her name? I'm trying to find it now, and I freaking can't. One of the actresses from House of the Dragon, I believe, is supposed to be playing a young Ahsoka, from what I saw. Now, I can't 100% confirm that for you guys yet. And obviously, I don't think Lucasfilm's come out with it. But that was the latest on it. And that is going to be epic if that's true. Young Ahsoka cast. Yes. Yes. Please, give it to us. We need it. I'm trying to find the post. Here's another little tidbit of news that came out from Making Star Wars. Skeleton Crew had a rough production towards the end of it, but something that came out from it was that Skeleton Crew will be exploring the origins. And again, potential spoilers here. Skeleton Crew is supposed to be potentially diving into the origins of the Night Sisters. And that's pretty wild to me. I think the Night Sisters could be a huge part of it. Heck, maybe even our main character is a Night Sister. It is called the Acolyte. We know it's supposed to follow some dark side characters at some point. I think having the Night Sisters as a part of Skeleton Crew and as a that's the Acolyte. Wait, Night Sisters are supposed to be in Skeleton Crew? Now I'm shook. My brain was thinking about Acolyte because that's supposed to be a dark side show. I didn't realize this. So real quick, let me pull this up for you guys. This came from Megan Star Wars, and Star Wars Stuff on Twitter had posted it, kind of giving an alert to everybody. Let me pull this up. So, apparently, I just said it already, but apparently, we're supposed to get the origin of the Night Sisters in a new show? In the new show, the Skeleton Crew? That seems crazy to me. Let's pull this up. So real quick here, Skeleton Crew will explore the origins of the Night Sisters. Huh. So I think from what I've heard, Skeleton Crew is... we already know it's supposed to be kind of a Stranger Things in space when it comes to Star Wars, or like a Star Wars Stranger Things in space. That's how it's kind of been described to me, or how it seems it's going to be. Following some 10-year-old kids, Jude Law is supposed to be kind of a teacher of this group, and we're going to be apparently following the origins of the Night Sisters. A lot of people were speculating maybe there's going to be like zombie stuff, or there's going to be some creatures, like, so we think the kids are going to get, like, stranded on a planet. What if they get stranded on Dathomir? That would be crazy, man. I mean, having all these potentially Force-sensitive kids, because that's where I think the show is going. Personally, that's where I think the show is going. What if we get Night Sisters, or, these kids stranded on Dathomir, and we get the kind of ghost or zombies of the Night Sisters, and potentially these kids are Force sensitive, and they see visions of kind of the origin of the Night Sisters or something. That sounds crazy to me. It kind of just blew my mind. Don Basham says, "Holy cow! If they did some Rebel flashbacks, they need to see her arrival to get Sabine and go from there." So in terms of Rebels flashback, I know we're all over the place right now. In terms of Rebels flashbacks, and to your point with seeing Sabine get picked up by Ahsoka, honestly, I think that the Ahsoka show is going to start right from that scene. Right from there. We've already seen very small tidbits, but from what we've seen of the Ahsoka show, I think the show is going to start with Ahsoka picking up Sabine from Lothal and going from there. Maybe it starts a little bit before that, but I don't know. I'm thinking that's where it's going. Stanley says Skeleton Crew looking at the different aspects of the Force, for example, their witchy magic. That would be dope. Chilling in the Basement says they're supposed to be escaping the same area of unknown space that Ezra and Thrawn are supposed to be. I don't know exactly if that's the case. But yeah, dude. So here is the fun speculation with Skeleton Crew. We know that Skeleton Crew is supposed to be set during the Mandalorian period. During that timeline. The Mandoverse. It's part of the Mandoverse. So I think Mando Season 3 is going to happen. We're going to get Ahsoka probably. And I think Skeleton Crew is likely coming after that. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But to your point, from some of the other rumors and leaks that have come out from Jason Ward over at Making Star Wars, I think from what I've heard, again, I'm not super into the leaks these days, so I apologize if I get any information wrong. Making Star Wars has a lot of that information. I know Star Wars Meg covers it really well on her channel as well. So if you want a probably more accurate description of this, maybe go check them out. But I believe there is a region of the unknown space that is going to be actively developed or in Star Wars Skeleton Crew. And yes, this unknown region of space, I don't remember what exactly they were calling it, but yeah, this is likely the chaos or the outer rim or whatever you want to call it. This new unknown region of space is likely Chiss space. Chiss space is likely what I think it is. Obviously characters from the inner rim or the galaxy that we know in Star Wars, if they were to go to the outer regions or outer space, they would probably not know that area too well or know what's up in that area. So yeah, they're not going to call it chaos or Chiss space. But from what we know of the Thrawn Ascendancy books, the Thrawn books in general, Thrawn is a male Chiss, the blue skinned red-eyed dudes. He's a male Chiss, and the Chiss space is part of this big outer rim space or unknown regions that we've never really explored in Star Wars canon that much. There has been a little bit of exploration of it. And I do think that Thrawn and Ezra at the end of Star Wars Rebels were likely blasted off into that portion of outer space or that region of space. And if it's true Skeleton Crew is going to be taking place in that same region, baby, I'm excited. It's going to be lit. Going to Chiss space potentially in Skeleton Crew, following the origins of the Night Sisters apparently. Sign me up. 2023 is going to be a huge year for Star Wars. Not only are we getting Bad Batch January 4th, we're getting Mando Season 3 March 1st. We're getting Jedi Survivor in March as well. I believe March 17th. We're getting Ahsoka towards the back half of the year. We're going to be getting Visions Season 2 at some point. I might be close to the back half of the year as well. I think we might even be getting Skeleton Crew. Not 100%. Skeleton Crew might be a 2024 show. But it's coming, man. There's so much Star Wars coming. It's about to be a huge freaking year. Stanley says Skeleton Crew looks at different aspects of the Force. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Stanley says Night Sister Witchy Magic. Yes, good. Chill in the Basement says New Beyond, I think. Yes, so the latest of what they're calling this new region of space or the outer rim or the unknown regions, again, whatever you want to call it. I believe the new name for it in this show is supposed to be New Beyond. Thank you, Chilling in the Basement. Text Avenger says, dude, I'm so with this. Let's go. Me too, man. It should be. I'm telling you. Again, I've been trying to stay away from kind of the spoilers and leaks and stuff, but this is something that I saw and I couldn't let it go. I kept thinking about Thrawn and the outer regions, these new groups of characters going out there and seeing this unexplored region of space that us as Star Wars fans, we've never really seen in live action, let alone animation or any other kind of way. Like it'll be almost a brand new concept to us, especially for people that are more normies or, you know, less hardcore Star Wars fans like a lot of us here. It'll be something that's very, very new to almost all of us, and I can't wait for that, man. It's gonna be awesome. Matthew Cruz, welcome into the chat, my man, and a happy Merry Christmas Eve to you, my friend. Much love. All right, y'all. If you got any final questions, make sure to throw them in or send a super. Smash that like button either way. You don't have to send a super if you don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Thank you guys for being here, though. Again, any last questions, put them into the chat. We're going to get out of here in like 10 minutes. Real quick, too. This is kind of a funny one. I might as well share it with you guys. So on Twitter, go check out our Twitter right there. Vader's Lair on Twitter. The other day, Molly Damon, who's the half of Star Wars Explained, she had posted quote tweet this picture basically with your Star Wars take that gets you preaching like this. And so here it is. Here's what I would preach for as a Star Wars fan. So check this out. Oh no, it's gone now. No. Darkness. All right, hold on. Let me fix this. Please work. All right, here we go. So I don't know how well you guys can see that. Maybe I gotta blow it up a little bit more. But yeah, Molly Damon says, quote tweet with your Star Wars take that got you like this. I'm like, Rebels is the best show ever, man. Go watch Rebels if you haven't seen it. That's just my Star Wars take, my Christmas advice to you guys. Go watch Star Wars Rebels. I said, just watch till the end of the first season. I promise. It's amazing. It's amazing. Go watch Star Wars Rebels. Happy Christmas Eve to you, Don. All right. Again, what was your favorite live action show? Let me know down in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, let me know down in the comments too. This was fun. I got to show you guys this one just before we go. This is a concept art that a fan drew of Obi-Wan Kenobi on the dark side. Just a fun thing. Just a fun thing to show you guys. I think that's pretty sick. Kenobi as a dark sider would have been dope. Just saying. Rail Ross says, I want to see a show about the Black Death Star astromech droid and how it's the father of R2. Dude, that was crazy. That'd be crazy. It just like sticks its port into the Death Star and R2 pops out. Dan the Man says, Merry Christmas, good brother. It's theory time. I think Ray Stevenson is playing Malicos. Bro, that would be awesome. Bro, you know I love theory time. So, for those that don't know, Malicos is this dude that's in Star Wars, not Jedi Survivor, but Jedi Fallen Order. And he's this dude that lives on Dathomir. I think Ray Stevenson was supposed to be in Mando Season 3, if I'm not wrong. And I think Malicos would maybe be dead. But I love where your head's at, bro. If Ray Stevenson is in this new show, is in what's it called, Skeleton Crew, and they are on Dathomir, it would make so much sense to just have him be Malicos on Dathomir. That would be amazing. I'm loving where your head's at. Ivana Socknow is playing Darth Talon, and the original Barriss actress will come back as Barriss as a mentor to Mara Jade and Reva. Bro, damn the man. That's some crazy speculation there. Like, that's some crazy speculation. But I'm here for it, bro. That would be incredible. I think a lot of fans would be really excited if they brought some characters back like that, and that just would blow my mind. That would blow my mind. I don't think I'm ready for that. Stanley says, bye all, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Much love to you, Stanleys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Dan the Man says, not dead. He is entombed in the witch magic. Dude. You're blowing my mind here, Dan the Man. He says, Malicos isn't dead. He's entombed in the witch magic thanks to Marin. And I will say this, we haven't seen Marin in quite a bit in any of the latest trailers for Jedi Survivor. There is supposed to be Jedi Battle Scars, which is a book taking place between Jedi Fallen Order and then Jedi Survivor, which is coming out this March again. So maybe something happens to Merrin, and when it does, it kind of unleashes Malicos back on Dathomir. Bruh. All right, y'all. We're gonna leave you guys off with that one there, just to blow your minds a little bit. But thank you everybody for hanging out with us today. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas and happy holidays, everybody. I got nothing but love for all you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Go check out our Discord down in the link below. Go check out our Instagram at Chief the Wise, our Twitter at Vader's Lair. I'd love to hear from you guys. Feel free to reach out to me. Happy holidays though. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys later. May the Force be with you always. Peace.